Hello everyone. The topic for today is side and angle relationships in triangles. Right now I want you to pause the video so you can copy down your notes and then resume when you're ready. So, building off of something we've talked about previously, if all of the sides in a triangle are equal, all of the angles must also be equal, meaning they're all 60 degrees. If two sides are equal, then two angles must be equal. So we've got to figure out, the measurement of the missing angle, or in most cases we have to find the value of x. And then we also have to figure out the missing value of y for the side measurements. So we're going to use the same methods that we did for solving equations. For example, trying to find the measurement of that angle and more specifically the value of x. Well, these two angles have to be the same because these two sides are the same, told to us by the tick marks. So we can set an equation of 6x equals 42. Since we have 6 times x equals 42, we divide by 6. We wind up with x equals 7. Now we have to go back and find the value of y, and the y value is usually for the sides, the x value is usually for the angles, and since those two sides have to be equal, we can say y minus 8 equals 26. We have to add 8 to both sides, and we wind up with y equals 34. Looking at some more examples. Here in number 1, as you can see, all three sides have a tick mark, so that means that it's an equilateral triangle. Thus, all three angles have to be 60 degrees. So we can say that 3x equals 60, which means that x equals 20. We can also say that y minus 7 equals 14.1, which means that y equals 21.1. Now, in order for us to get full credit, we've got to have both of these answers for that one problem. We've got to solve for x, and we've also got to solve for y. You've got to make sure that you're looking in the right spot. The x, as it said before, the x is usually associated with the angles, and the y is usually associated with the side lengths. Looking at question number 4. Again, we have an equilateral triangle, so that means that all three angles have to be 60 degrees, so 1/2 times x has to equal 60. So let's divide by 1/2, and mathematically dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2. Therefore, x equals 120. The side lengths all have to be the same, so 1/3 times y equals 22. So we divide by 1/3. Mathematically, dividing by 1/3 is the same thing as multiplying by 3, so y equals 66. Again, we have to have both of those answers in order to get credit. Looking at another example. Well, we have two sides that are the same, so the two angles have to be the same, which means that 5x has to equal 65. We divide by 5. That means that x is 13. And y minus 12 equals 7. So y After we add 12 to both sides, y equals 19. So, looking at our answer choices, well, all of them say 5x equals 65, so we can't eliminate anything there. Choice A gives us x equals 13. Choice C does not. Neither does choice D. So those two have been eliminated. So y minus 12 equals 7. And after we add 12 to both sides, we get 19. So our answer is A. So I want you to solve this example problem. Bring that answer along with any questions that you may have with you to class tomorrow.